Principle number 2 for distance, I want to really talk about the only connection that we have with the club, and that is our grip, okay? A lot of times I see people that wear their gloves out up in this area here. That is a clear sign to me that tells me that their grip is wrong and they are robbing themselves of distance. So if you've got a worn out spot up here in the palm of your hand, you know that you have probably at least another good 10 to 20 yards inside you, or still left in you. What we want to do for the grip, and the easiest way, is I want to get the grip in the fingers. So if you guys just went here and held your club at about a 45-degree angle, and you can see on my glove I've actually got a couple black lines here, but what we're going to do is we're just going to hold the club right here from the nook of our index finger to the base pad of our pinky, just like that. And what we want to do is just get that club right in there that way. When I bring the club in front of me, you can see that my thumb and forefinger are together. This is something for you guys to experiment with at home. For me, I have pretty flexible wrists. If you're a person at home and you want to get a little bit more wrist action or leverage in your game, you can actually get what we call is a long thumb. The grip is still in my fingers, but I've allowed my thumb to sit further down, which actually gets the club a little bit more in the fingers this way, and it creates just a little bit more flexibility. An easy way for you to check that is just put your hands together like this right in front of you, thumb and forefinger touching, and try to hinge your wrists up. See what you can do. Now put your thumb in front of you and see how much more flexibility you have just in your left wrist. So try both ways. Whichever one, it really kind of, again, depends on the person. It depends on how flexible your wrists are. But again, what we're looking for, the main idea, is to get the left hand in the fingers. A great little example of this, if you guys were to hammer a nail into the wall, you would use your wrist right here. This is where you're going to create power. If you notice when I open this club like that, the club is sitting in the fingers. Try this and set the club or the shaft right there in the palm and try to do it. You're going to find that that's very difficult to do, and what you're going to be using here to do that is your elbow. That's where I see a lot of people. That's the reason why they're losing so much distance, is because the club is sitting too much up in the palm. So again, once you place this club in your fingers of your left hand, we want your right hand, and I want it to sit this way, and I really want you to think about your index finger pointing down the shaft. We're just shaking hands with the club here, and this puts my right arm in an angle. Obviously, if I'm this way, you would notice that that right hand is in a weak position. If I had someone if I held someone with two fingers in this position, I could hurt them. This position is a position of strength. So what we want right here, just slide your hand down until your lifeline of your right hand covers up your thumb. From here, you have the option. You can either go with the baseball grip, which is a 10-finger grip. You can go with the overlap grip, or you can go with the interlock grip. Interlock is usually a grip that is for women or children with small hands. However, Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods both use the interlock grip. The more traditional grip you'll see with better players or people with big hands is the overlap grip, where this pinky finger just sits between the index finger and our other finger right there. So that's what we're looking for. One small adjustment too with the grip, I want you to notice that my right hand, I've got what's called a little bit of space here. We call that a trigger finger right there. What that's going to be useful for is when I come into impact, that's going to allow me to stabilize the club with the knuckle of my index finger of my right hand. So that's what we're looking for. So the grip is important. If you guys, and I want you guys to do this little drill at home, is just take your right hand and swish the club back and through like this. You'll notice that obviously for me to create a lot of swishing noise, I'm using my wrists. If you place that club again in the lifeline of your right hand and you try to do it, I don't have as much power, and for me to try to create that swishing noise, I'm having to make violent lashes, what I feel with my body. That's going to hurt you in the long run. So the grip is the key. We want to get it in the fingers of our left hand, and the right hand is going to sit more in the palms. Traditional golf will teach you more to they'll just say put your grip in your fingers. That's wrong, because if I had my right hand in the fingers, when I swing back, my right hand's going to come off the club. All right, that's where a lot of re-gripping comes from. So we want to get it right here, just like that, and our grip is going to be the key to us hitting it a lot farther.